There was somebody on 911 saying somebody was laying in the road. At that same time, these clowns ran over the person laying in the road.
Yeah.
The person talking to 911, so these guys did that. They pull up to these idiots and they're at the traffic light saying there's somebody under your car.
So welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sim and Sing. Our editors just told us that 80% of people that are watching us, viewers, are not hitting the subscribe button. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It's just right there. It helps us.
Yes, don't be lazy, please.
Yeah, don't be lazy,
Just hit the subscribe button, please.
It's not like we're going to pop up on your thing again if you really look for it.
Yeah, you can always ignore it.
Yeah. We're not telling you to put the notifications on either,
Just hit the subscribe button.
We can be those nagging guys that say, hit the notifications. Hit the notifications.
You don't need to hit that.
Yeah.
Even I don't have that on. Okay, this is out of Surrey, BC.
Yeah.
Two Punjabi guys. This got me really annoyed.
Got you riled up, eh?
Annoyed and angry. Yeah.
Well, this goes to show you how the Canada justice system works.
Yeah.
And
deplorable.
It's a little deplorable. Like, if you aren't looking at what's going on, let's just watch the video first.
See, this is exactly the problem with our justice system, right? And why people are getting sick and tired of it. For those that don't know, back in 2024, these two international students were stunt driving in their Mustang in the middle of the night, and they accidentally ran somebody over. Gaganpreet and Jagdeep Singh over here then continued to drive to a parking lot in which they met other friends. Their friends look under the Mustang and go, "Hey, there's a guy stuck under here." And after failing to dislodge the man's body, they continued to drive.
What I saw, there's no friends in a parking lot. That might have happened too. There was somebody on 911 saying somebody was laying in the road. At that same time, these clowns ran over the person laying in the road.
Yeah.
The person talking to 911 was like, well, this guy just got hit.
Yeah.
The 911 operator said, well, follow them and tell them that there's somebody under their car.
Yeah.
So these guys did that. They pull up to these idiots and they're at the traffic light saying there's somebody under your car. These guys, because it's on recording, say, yeah, it's okay. And speed off.
Do you think they just didn't understand it? This is where the language
shit, man. They didn't understand it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You don't know that much English where somebody says there's somebody under your car.
Yeah.
Any English? Are you joking?
I'm surprised those people didn't get out of the car and
actually do something more, man. Just roll the window down and be like, hey, somebody's under your car.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but maybe get out and stop these drivers because they're probably intoxicated. If they've hit one person, they're probably gonna hit somebody else. You just put somebody else's life.
That's how humans are now, man. Nobody does shit.
Yeah, because they don't want to get involved. People don't want to get involved in other people's shit.
The living human being, underneath your car, likely already dead.
Yeah,
from considering when they hit him and dragged him another 3 city blocks or however far it was.
Yeah.
Top of that, you're talking to 911.
Yeah.
You don't do more. I'm not saying it's their fault, but I'm just saying do more. Block their car, get out of the car, make a scene.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah.
Just
don't worry about
somebody's under your car, and then these guys were like, no, it's okay. Again, zero English, useless Punjabi guys from India, not doing anything to actually, better themselves besides going to a pizza place and then joyriding in a Mustang, which is exactly what they probably did back in India. Is 0 point to exist.
Yeah.
It just floors me. And what even floors me even more is that the Crown is asking for nothing. I swear to God, the justice system here has no, what do you want to call it, muscle.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero. 4 years for hitting a human being, dragging him, knowing somebody's under your car, and then dragging him some more.
Yeah.
How people that deal drugs get a harsher sentence.
Yeah, exactly.
And drugs are everywhere.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what we're saying is the Canada justice system is really
a joke.
It's a joke sometimes, yeah. Because the people that need to be punished are not punished properly, right?
I throw these guys in prison for at least 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no bail, nothing.
Yeah.
What is it going to take?
These guys got a slap on the wrist. I don't know if it's still
going, right? But okay. Let's say they get 4 years. They'll be out in half that.
Yeah.
Or 3 years. 4 years is nothing, man.
Yeah. I thought they were just taking their driver's licenses away and that's it, right? Like that's just suspending that. Like that doesn't do anything. Like
And
you chose to joyride. You chose to, do the stunt driving on the street.
They weren't even stunt driving. They were just driving normally. I saw the video.
Oh, really?
Who knows? Maybe they were speeding a little bit.
Continued to drive with him under the car, which ultimately led to him being unalived. So obviously these two have
Dead. So he's died. Of course he's dead.
So that's basically murder. At least,
They don't know the guy was alive when they first hit him.
yeah,
He could have just been drunk
yeah.
or on drugs, whatever the case. It doesn't make no difference to what the reason was he in the street for.
Okay, let me play the devil's advocate here. What was that guy doing on the street?
I don't know. Who knows?
Your
thing was dream.
passed out.
If you're driving a car,
Mm.
even at night,
Yeah.
you don't see a body laying on the road.
Man, you pull over for like a
Like
deer.
a squirrel runs across
deer.
the road and I'm like
Yeah.
swerving into a ditch.
Yeah,
Or a deer, because I have tons of them here.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
There's a human body laying there. Again, they're just reckless. It's reckless Punjabi guys.
caught and are currently in trial and sentencing is coming up. This is what makes me so mad though. The prosecutors are only asking for a 3-year driving ban and 4 years of prison for the driver and 3 years of prison for the passenger. Another thing I haven't mentioned is that when they discovered the victim, he was still alive and they continued to drag him. 3 years. That's really the price they have to pay for not only unaliving someone, but unaliving them in one of the worst ways possible. Now, I'm not here to argue the behavior of these waste of human skin. I'm here to argue the fact that why is it only 3 to 4 years that's being presented to the judge? Vehicular manslaughter has a maximum sentence of 15 years.
They should get 15.
Yeah. They should get 15.
They should get 15 because they knew he was under there.
And I have no more words. You know, if these guys weren't Punjabi, maybe I wouldn't be so pissed off. I'd still be pissed off. But it's the fact that they're Punjabi.
Yeah.
And this is what people in Canada are just sick and tired of.
Yeah.
Nothing good coming out of the Punjabi community, the brown community. It's continuously negative shit.
Yeah.
And we can't get ahead of ourselves at all. We can't help ourselves.
No.
And I'm just like, what?
It's always been there.
Oh,
The thing is, it's always been there. Okay, a lot of people ask me, like, they saw those some of the clips that, like, some people that I interact with, right?
Yeah.
They'll see it. Oh, why are you always talking shit about Punjabis, or why are you always talking shit about your own community? You should be uplifting your community.
Uplift.
But when
How?
like how?
What's the
when,
uplift?
when
You do
shit
something.
like this?
Listen, you do something uplifting,
Yep.
and it will uplift you.
Exactly.
All you're gonna do is rob liquor stores,
Yep.
and then go for a joyride on the 401, kill five people or whoever they killed that day. They got a slap on the wrist.
Yep.
Like, semi-truck drivers driving into people because they're stuck on their fucking phones.
Yeah.
And then these guys.
Yeah.
That's 3 stories off the top of my head. There's probably at least another 40.
Yeah.
And so what are you supposed to do?
And even if I bring it to the whole, like, we've been here for so long, or we grew up here, or the community that's already, because Punjabis were known to have a great, like, we had a great reputation. Right?
It's totally
We had,
trashed.
and it's trashed
It's
to the point
trashed.
where, like, and it's hard to blame, like, the people that already grew up here, the second gen or third gen. Who the newcomers are.
It's everything, man.
Yeah.
It's even parking in like handicap spots. And I'm
Exactly.
sitting there not fucking
Yeah.
leaving. It's like following basic traffic,
Yeah.
as running a red light.
Yeah.
If it's 3 a.m. and there is no traffic out,
Yeah.
we've all done that. Like not at 2 in the afternoon.
No.
I'm not running a red light at 2 in the afternoon. I don't care if there's no traffic coming.
No.
Because it's daytime, man.
Yeah.
It's not like at night when like it's like a ghost town and you're just sitting there waiting for the light.
Yeah.
We've all done that. Super careful still.
Yeah.
But we've all done that. I've seen videos coming out now. People are like creeping through an intersection
Yeah.
at 3 in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
I'm
yeah.
like, come
Yeah.
on. Again,
No patience,
that's
no
what
nothing.
they do in India.
Yeah.
And they don't assimilate.
Yes.
So what do you expect?
There you
A
go.
bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. And it riles me up because every time, like, I run into so many Punjabis on the street, right? Just this past weekend, like the past week, I've ran into 3 or 4. They're like, oh, we've seen your videos. I'm like, yeah, what do you think about them? You could talk a little bit better about it, like better about the community. What is there to talk about?
Nothing good to say.
There's nothing good that's been coming out from our community,
Nothing.
right? And you know what? All this bad, negative shit trumps the good shit. Like, Khalsa Aid does so much good shit for the people in the homeless streets and everything,
Yeah.
right? Those you'll never see.
You'll never see that.
You'll never see that. And you know what? That's what the perception of these white people are. Is that the Canadians that are here, that are raised
Not
here,
just,
they know.
not even the white people, man.
Yeah.
Not even, it's everybody. It's black,
everybody.
white,
Yeah.
other Indians
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah. Even there's like everybody right now in the job market. Think of it simply, right?
Yeah.
In the job market, if it's an Indian-owned store or somehow it's an Indian something like it's a pizza or whatever, right? They just don't apply there now because they're like, we're not gonna get hired.
And I wouldn't want to apply there either, man.
Yeah.
The amount of bullshit you have to go through in those working conditions, like the human resources.
Yeah.
Do you think that anything is like being done legit? No. Because it's shortcuts over shortcuts. You're not getting paid on time.
Yeah.
Indian people, specifically maybe to some level, Punjabis, if I can go there,
Yeah.
are the just habitual, gotta skirt the law.
Yeah.
Non-fucking stop. It's everything.
How can we break a rule to get
What's the fastest way to like get this? And then again, not doing anything useful with your time.
Yeah.
I mean, we all do joyrides and stuff, but at least have some responsibility to the public.
exactly?
Because like somebody lying on the road, instead of getting out of your car and helping this person, you drove over him, and then you knew he was under there, and then you drove some more.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand what type of humanity that is.
You know what pisses me off about all this is like everybody that uses their last name as Singh, right? Because everybody down.
It's everybody.
It groups down everybody into the same community when it's not, right? And I've said it before, it's where you pick and choose your battles. These guys they knew they made a mistake. They could have gotten out of the car. They could have tried to save the guy's life.
No.
Okay? To face the consequences of what was going to happen. But no, they chose to ignore everything and drive away, right?
This is no value for human life. And that's exactly how India is.
Yeah.
India, you don't have, if there's a cow crossing the street,
Yeah.
the cow will get preference as a human.
Yeah.
Plow through. And that's reality. I've seen videos recently more of people getting smoked by cars.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy not even stopping.
No.
I just saw one yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that video.
Yeah.
The guy gets hit, he's dead. He's for sure dead.
Yeah.
And the car that's following him has a dash cam.
Yeah.
And they just follow him for like 10K. Finally, I'm like, you just, like, the guy was a Sardar too. It was in one of those like bins. But it was in like a shed,
Yeah.
which obviously nobody slows down there because it's like, you going through a city there, you're at like 130
Yeah.
and you don't hit the brakes. And they just plowed into this kid. He was like 16 years old, dead, finished, over with.
A 3-year driving ban on top of it, that's not even a punishment. At that point, you're just insulting the victim. Prison time from having an illegal pew-pew. I'm not even over exaggerating about that. If I was to take my long pew-pew and saw off the barrel to make it shorter, I can get more prison time than these two would get. Not only that, I would no longer be able to own any pew-pews for the rest of my life. Yet these guys unalive a person with a vehicle and 3-year driving ban? We need to get tougher on this type of BS. Personally, I think if you injure someone with your vehicle and you have the chance to save them, but then your further actions result in them becoming unalive because you refuse to help them, or you try to cover it up, or you try to run away from the scene of the crime, automatic first degree.
100%.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, you listen, you smuggle drugs into Indonesia, you're done for.
Yep.
Like that guy that just got, he's done.
Yeah.
Death sentence or life in prison, you're done.
Yep.
Here, it's like, well, all good, just, a couple of years.
Yeah.
And you'll be out in a couple of years, and you can go right back to your normal life.
Yeah. And I'm surprised. You know what I'm surprised most about? Let me just finish this video. I'm gonna go point here.
From being an accident to planning to get away with it. Laws like these need to be adopted. Laws like these need to be added. We need to start making an example of people who continue to do things like this, because it's becoming a big problem in this country. How many lives need to be lost before we start cracking down on all of this? We've lost entire families already. What else needs to be done before we start cracking down on this BS?
Exactly. He has a point, right? Now, here's my point. The family or the victim's family or, the community itself, because it was from one of the videos that I saw, and I could be wrong here, it was a Native American, like it was a...
Yeah.
It was
well, where's their uproar?
Person, right?
Yeah.
Where's their uproar on this? Because this sentence is nothing. Like, I don't know if our community can uproar on this, but...
No, our community won't do anything.
Yeah.
They'll defend the hell out of these two idiots.
Yeah.
They should deport these fucking guys.
Their kids.
You know what they should actually do?
Yeah.
Throw them in prison.
Throw them in prison.
And then, as soon as they get out of prison, they're on a plane.
Yeah.
Like from the prison to the airport, onto the plane, and getting off in Delhi.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Exactly.
And instead of letting them come out of prison, give them their PR and citizenship, and let them live normal lives here. Fuck that shit.
No.
Prison to the plane, man. Prison to the plane, and see you later.
Yeah.
And that should be, if you're not a citizen here yet and you do something like that, see you later. You've lost the privileges now. You can't follow the fucking law on the most basic level.
Yeah.
See you later. You're done. There's no second chance.
No.
I don't give a shit, man.
There shouldn't
Man,
be.
second chance is if you legit have an accident. You know, like if it's like a legit accident. I can't go into examples now. This is not an accident.
No.
This is reckless behavior and not giving a shit about another person, and that's what Punjabis are to some level. Send them back.
Yeah. And yeah, I got nothing else on this.
That's it, man. I've said it enough. I'm just really pissed off.
No, and it gets you riled up. People think that even in our communities we don't see this. We see this, and it does affect us.
Horrible, and it's horrible that the government does what they do, because it's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
This is not the first time. This is like the 50th story that we've talked about, maybe not on air, but you know, it's there, and it's going to keep happening because the laws are ludicrous.
Look at I'll give you a simple example. This happened to us recently, where the drone thing, right?
Yeah.
That white lady that came out and started yelling at us about the drone.
Yeah.
Okay? We had we knew our laws. We have a license. We know how the drone is here. Okay.
Yeah.
We used it. It happened 3 times this week.
Yeah.
3 times some white person has come up to us because they're already grouping us as in that community.
Yeah. Hey, listen,
I've never had that happen, bro.
This is the new way, though. This is when you let 4 million of Indians in, and all they can do is like really horrible shit.
Yeah.
And just disrupt the peace.
They're tired of it.
So what do you expect, man? It's not just white people.
It's Canadians.
It's just Canadians in general.
Yeah.
So make that point. It's Canadians in general.
Canadians
that are sick and tired of the everything. I mean, the laundry list is long.
Yeah.
So let's just Anyways.
Yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts. We'll see you guys in the next video.
And subscribe, whoever isn't subscribed.
Yes, please hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.